Well, hello everybody. My apologies. I was just quickly answering something that I had to answer. Hi. Yeah, I know. Same routine. I will do a little bit of moving around, looking around, all that good stuff. So we will hope that somehow, somewhere, somebody's gonna join. Um, okay. I'm not really the best. Hey sis, how you doing? Um, yeah, I have lost touch with how to just ramble on and kill time on more, but let's get to it. So I hope you're all doing good. I know it's been a very long time considering that I used to do this a lot, but I've been keeping up with a lot of good projects, a lot of good product. Hello, Larry. How you doing? So on that note, I've been kind of sort of like I couldn't do live feeds for at least good timing of live feeds. So I'm back now, and hopefully um, we will continue doing more regular live feeds. So let me start here before I get too deep into um, let's go moral. Um, Before I get too deep into what I want to talk about is first of all, thank you. You guys have been amazing. I am still keeping up or catching up, sorry. I'm still catching up with all your lovely messages and gifts and cards. Thank you. It was an amazing well, I technically worked all day, but it's still good to know I am 38 officially today. I am 38 years and 1 day old. So uh thank the Lord, I made it here. I'm excited. I am looking forward to two more birthdays so I can celebrate my 40th because I cannot wait to be 40. Um, Thank you, dog. There could be more like me. We will talk about that today. Anyhow, so thank you for your love, support, birthday messages. It was awesome. It was wonderful. And as I said, I'm still reading them. I promise I'll answer every single one of them. Now, on that note, normally what I do on the day, well, I start working on it, but I finish it on the day on my birthday every year is my list. No, it's not a bucket list. It's an achievement list, as I call it. So I compare the last list, whatever has been achieved, we cross it off. Whatever hasn't been, we move it over. And then since we have a space left, we start adding, new achievement or items to the achievement list. As I was doing that the other night, it was night before yesterday, so day before my birthday. Um, I realized that I want to make some major changes into the achievement. Um, and on that note of major changes to my achievement list, I realized, one of the things I'm going to stop doing, not that I was doing it dramatically or too much, but it's still here and there I was doing a little bit of let's cater to certain people's standards and needs, if we call it that. And that has pushed me back on my it has pushed me back to I'm not where I wanted to be because of that. Let me elaborate on that real quick. I know if you're especially if you're watching this in rerun, you're like, get to it. I am getting to it. Bear with me. Um, what I mean by that is I actually just finished doing a TikTok. And it was wonderful to do it. And I loved it. And I will post it on Facebook, definitely. But as I was doing it, when I finished doing it, I sent it to a few of my friends. I'm like, here goes more events being canceled. Um, but I did it. Now, what I meant by here's more events to be canceled, that, last year I had a couple of events canceling my event, but one of them was a major one. And I mean major, it was a uh, mega church. It was huge. I made the drive, and then they decided to cancel my event. The reasoning was that I had a picture on my Facebook and I believe Instagram and Twitter with a coffee mug that I own. That it literally on the mug it says "fuck Biden." Oh, oops! I said it. For that picture, they pulled the plug on an event that could by far be either second or third biggest event I have ever had to talk to people, tell them my story, and tell them what the problem is and give them a solution. Yeah. Um. After that, I was asked by a few people that if I would remove that to to stop any further cancellation on my events. And me being the stupid person that I am, oh, mission is more important. I did it. Um, I did it. I deleted it. And then today, actually, I did a TikTok, as I said, I'll post it that I not only I displayed that mug again, but the soundtrack literally says "fuck Biden." No, it says "fuck Joe Biden." As I was doing that, the reason I did that as part of my list was, you know what? Why am I giving into the quote unquote nice attitude of the Christian conservatives trying to win a fight, or better yet, to win a battle that I know for a fact there's no winning it this way? First of all, part of the freedom of this beautiful country is I get to say whatever I want to say, and if it offends you, well, too bad. As I said, they're more than welcome to cancel all of my events. I don't care. I will literally go across the street and start using a, what do we call them, megaphone, and do what I need to do. But we're such hypocrites nowadays that we claim to be sinless and perfect, and I'm going to say we so nobody says I've never claimed to be perfect. I don't claim to have a clean mouth. No, I drop the f-bomb whenever I feel like dropping the f-bomb, and I'll deal with Jesus when he's judging me. It's nobody else's business. um or any other word for that matter, and not just f word. Trust me, in Farsi there are some seriously juicy cuss words that nothing in English could even compare, and I use those. But my point is, I am sick and tired of not only I'm being forced to be the nice person, do this the nice way, while we have Muslims blowing us up, Muslims kicking us out of the offices, Muslims conquering and taking over, while being offended by everything we say. We also have the left who are not hesitant to scream, yell, and drop F bomb and every other type of word they can have. How are we supposed to ever win this if we're all just going to be nice, kind people? Now, I understand some people have this philosophy that you don't have to drop the F bomb to, make a point. I completely agree with that. That's why if you watch any of my live streams, any of my speaking engagement, any of my videos, this is by far the first time I have actually literally said the F word, I think 5 times so far. I've never done it before. The purpose of me doing it today is not that I'm going to start doing it. No, I'm making a point here. Um, However, there are times where we need to see the bigger picture. I am tired of these churches, and yes, I am a Christian myself. That doesn't have anything to do with the fact that our Christian leaders are failing so miserably that if Jesus himself was here, he would literally fire them all. They are so busy correcting my language and correcting my attitude and telling me how I'm not even a Christian because I haven't been baptized. If they would put that focus and concentration on reading the Quran and put an end into interfaith dialogue, sending Christians to mosque to be converted to Islam, maybe, and I mean maybe, possibly for a second, we could be a little ahead. So, on that note, one of the biggest changes on my achievement list for this year of my 38th year of life is no, I am done playing nice. I have no problem. Anybody who thinks following me, supporting me, would put them in burning fires of hell because I say the things I say, or I drop the F bomb, or I do TikToks and I do dance, or whatever comes with it. Don't support me. Do not follow me. Don't get in burning fires of hell with me. But you know what? I am who I am. I am here going through hell, getting out of hell, building myself a heaven, come to where I am. You know why? Because I wasn't willing to obey. So let's put this out there to all the lovely, wonderful people who have made it their mission to correct me, my language, my behavior, and make me a good Christian. Don't. If I was the type to obey, guess what? Yeah, wouldn't be here. You wouldn't know about what hell means on earth. You wouldn't have someone to refer to when you wanted to argue with someone who claims to be a good Muslim. Let's leave me alone. As I said, I have no problem. You all know where the unsubscribe wherever you're watching this. Unsubscribe button, unfollow button, unfriend button, block button. You know where they are. Feel free to use them. But I will not hesitate. However, I will call out leaders. Any church, any pastor moving forward cancels events on me, silence me because I had a fuck Biden mug on my hand, I will put their name out there and I will ask their people to go and ask a question of, so let me get this straight. You rather us to stay uneducated on the evil of Islam? You're willing to silence her because she posted a picture you didn't like. Oh, talk about hypocrisy. How's that for a start? Thank you, Eric. Eric is asking, where do you live? Because I want to be your personal friend and bodyguard for life. That is very kind of you. I normally don't have a habit of announcing where I'm at. However, I do sometimes believe that I agree. Jesus won't take a bullet for me. However, I do have the protection provided to me by God, and outside of that, I am a big fan of Second Amendment. And trust me, I'm a good shoot. Those who have gone shooting with me can testify to that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna quickly scan through these comments to make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. That might be a question. Uh, uh, I agree with you, Michael. I'm gonna put your comment on the screen because it's just emphasizing um, on what I was saying. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Everybody's clear on where we're going this year of my life, at least. Let me start by few updates. First of all, um, there will be a new program coming up. I will not exactly put a date on it. We're working as hard as we can. We are hoping for the week of Christmas, if not, definitely the first week of January. It will be, the name of the show will be He Said, She Said. I will be doing this program co hosted by my very, very dear good friend, Michael. Uh, It was his comment on the screen right now. We will be doing these programs as much. We're going to start with 1 hour a week, 1 day a week. We are hoping to turn it into a daily program. The topic will be all things America. We will cover as much as we can every week on every program. But the most focus of this program, Michael, feel free to correct me on the comments if I'm not very accurate on it. But we are hoping to start a program where we can help each other to build our community locally and start from there. And when I say build, we are not necessarily referring to politics. No, we're referring to everything that needs our effort locally to build our communities outside of relying on so-called politicians to do anything for us. So that will be the main point of this program. Look for it. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel or liveuptofreedom.com. That's where it's going to be definitely aired. Um, and as I said, we will make announcements as we get closer to it, but we look forward to sharing that program with you. Um, Oh, I know, Jane. This hat, I had it for a long time, but I love it. Especially when I have a bad hair day, so the bottom looks good, the top isn't so much. It just saves me a lot of time. Okay, let's talk Biden cabal. I have noticed not many people are covering this, which makes me very sad. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been informed, I hope you have been, but if you haven't, November 29th, that was about 10 days ago, or exactly 10 days ago. Here's what happened. We went back and sat down and started renegotiation with Islamic Republic of Iran's regime to bring back the deal that Obama made with them. Yeah, that deal. the most embarrassing, pointless, damaging deal of our history, our country's history. So now Biden administration is trying to bring that back. I'm going to quickly explain just in case, one in a million, somebody's watching this. I mean, are you guys even sharing this? Why do I bother? Like between YouTube and two Facebook pages, I got 28 people watching this. Why? I know, sis. Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying a huge waste of time. Yeah, a huge waste of cash. Uh, seriously, guys, can I ask you a question? Are all 28 of you, have you actually shared this? Or are you just watching? I'm sure you didn't watch that either, but I had Dr. Bill Warner on yesterday. On the weekly webinars we do that. A lot of you actually told me I didn't even know you do that. And he made a very good point. He said what we do can be very discouraging at times, especially because people aren't willing to be part of it. Looking up at that number of views, I just realized, wow, why? I mean, I could post everything I'm saying right now on my Facebook or on a TikTok or on a dance video, and it would get more attention than my live feed. Hey, Paula. Good, good. I am glad you are uh, past tired of this regime because we gotta do something about this regime. Thank you, Jane. Thanks for sharing. Anyways, I will continue very discouraged with the number of views, but I will continue because I'm already here, so I might as well get it done. Let me quickly tell anyone who might be interested to know or may not know why this Iran deal should never. I mean, the moment President Trump walked away from it, should have been the end of it. It should have been the end of it right there. Should have never come back. We shouldn't even talk about it ever again. It should have been buried somewhere. Let me tell you why. So, Islamic Republic of Iran's regime being my motherland, on the note that I'm very biased, yes, they took away my childhood and they have left too many wounds on me to ever forget or forgive them. Um, but that aside, they are evil. Um, they are ruthless. And they are, from day one, they've been honest about it. From day one, they have said the mission of this regime. Like if you read the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Iran, on the first page, right there in English, it says this constitution was put together to set the foundation for global caliphate. I mean, it's in their constitution. It's not some mufti said it, some imam said it, some president said it, some radical crazy person. No, it's within the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Iran. Page one, you find it online. Actually, I'm gonna put a copy of it on the website. I can't believe I've never put it on Live Up to Freedom, but I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna put like read the first page on a paragraph. Literally, flat out says that's why that's why they did the revolution. That's why there's a constitution. So clearly, that's what Iran's regime is doing, global caliphate. Now, moving forward after the revolution, hi Heather, hi Lovey. After the revolution, the first thing they did toward us and America was what? They invaded our embassy. They took Americans hostages. They kept them for over 400 days. They tortured them. They abused them, and then that was it. That was the beginning of the new regime of Iran's relationship with America. Then fast forward, uh, they started getting more and more involved with global jihad, global terrorism, from funding terrorist groups like Palestinians. By the way, let me get sidetracked here. I said this before, and I was attacked. Like, no, why do you say Palestinian terrorist group? Because Palestinian terrorist group exist. I'll be more than happy to elaborate on that on another live feed, but I just want to make sure somebody told me to take it back. No, it's Palestinian terror. Hamas is Hamas, but then there is such a thing as Palestinian terrorist group. They are all made of Palestinians. They're all terrorists. They all want to kill all Jews, not just Jews in Israel, all Jews. Anyhow, So they started giving money, giving training. They created Hezbollah, which is one of the biggest Islamic terrorist groups. On and on and on. Fast forward until now. Until now. Every single day, I am not even kidding. Every single day on one of the Iranian channels, Islamic Republic of Iran broadcasting channels over there, I have it, I watch it here. Every single day, one of the members of the regime is saying that we're days, we're closer, we're weeks away from wiping Israel off the map. They are announcing on their live broadcasting how excited they are that they're getting to finish line as far as finishing Israel goes. And we're sitting on a table making communication, what is it, negotiation, right? Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Biden administration has already lifted few of the sanctions. They already lifted it. Like this is where it gets very interesting. I am in no shape or form am I a negotiator or any of that, but I am a businesswoman. Um, and I know part of negotiation is give and take. I don't know. I'll say 250, you say 200, I say 245, done, you're like 230. What will we find? Okay, fine, 238 is yours. Iran hasn't done a squat. They just showed up. And we already lifted some sanctions, including, I believe, what I read was we now Iran is allowed to sell electricity to Iraq and many other countries, but Iraq being the main one. And I promise you, the war's out, but I'll come back with it when it's confirmed. But Iran's already talking to Taliban to sell electricity to Afghanistan, to Taliban. Remember who Taliban are? So anyhow, we lifted the sanctions. Sanctions were lifted on November 19th. However, the announcements by the regime of Biden was not announced until December 3rd. Do you see what we're dealing with? Yes, I'm under. This frustrates me more than normal because both ends of this negotiation are, it's my motherland versus home now. And I can't help but to think how much how much more clear does it have to be for Americans? And I'm not talking about me and you guys. No, I'm talking about average Americans, majority of average Americans, to realize that the entire COVID thing is a distraction. Let me be clear. I'm not saying COVID doesn't exist. I had it. I'm not saying they're not going to take advantage and try to mandate vaccine. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, can we for 5 minutes a day drop the COVID argument and focus on the fact that Biden is selling our country? Can we do that? No? Stick with COVID vaccine? Yeah, okay. Because here's how I look at it. Are they trying to mandate vaccine? Yes, they are. Just like they try to mandate many other things. Will they be able to mandate vaccine? No, clearly many states have already won the lawsuits. So why are we all panicking over it again? I'm sure somebody out there would say reverse of what I just said. But um, to me, looking at it as a, how do we say that? Shall I call myself an expert? As an expert, I'm looking at it and I don't see it. I don't see the urgency of spending 24/7 concentrating on vaccine mandate when they are clearly sitting at a table dealing with our enemy directly. Like are we gonna actually wait until another $152 billion cash is like flown over to Iran before we come to say something? We have lost balance, and I guess uh, how do we say this? We have lost vision. We have gone too far with the internal fight that was implanted by uh, deep state. And let me explain what I mean by that. Before the election, they started the whole COVID thing, and then they started the division by, the pro-vaccine versus anti-vaccine versus anti-mandate groups, and then we just started going at it. While we're doing this over there, they are making a bigger shit show out of our country. Took the vaccine. I'm not talking to you anymore. You're not taking the vaccine. You're not my friend anymore. I have to go take the vaccine because I can't lose my husband. Oh, I cannot take the vaccine because my wife's going to divorce me. Do you realize what's happening over there? Do you realize 68,000 Afghans were flown into our country in a matter of a month and a half? Do you realize out of that 68,000, over 3,000 of them are missing in our country? And do you realize Taliban has already announced that some of those 3,000 were handpicked by Taliban and sent into our country? Oh, by the way, do you remember we officially now announced by our government have child brides in our bases, military bases? All of that should wait, right? Because I can personally guarantee you, I'll be more than happy to pass the message and tell all those child brides, like, hey, listen, little girl, I'm really busy fighting over what could possibly not even happen. But the fact that you're being raped every night needs to wait. Like, take a backseat, darling. That's where we're at. And let me be clear before anybody twists my words. Again, I am not denying COVID. I am denying the fact that COVID is the deadliest virus human society has ever faced. Um, yes, I do apologize. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. But the comment says, I think the vaccine is the mark. Lucifer erase. Sorry, I couldn't get through that word. Look at Australia. Yes. But here's my point. My point isn't about COVID. My point isn't about vaccine. My point is that we are putting our energy, overloaded energy, in the wrong place. We are not Australia. We are America. Don't you think our priority should be defending our constitution? Because the reason we are not UK or Australia or France or Iran or Iraq or Egypt or Afghanistan right now, solely the only one and only reason is our constitution. Now, how are we going to hold on to our constitution when, while we are looking away and they are importing, literally importing diversity into this country, diversity of people who hate our constitution, they hate our culture. So that's my point. What I'm saying is, I didn't take the vaccine. Thank you, Paula. Exactly. Uh, don't take the vaccine if you don't want to. Take the vaccine if you want to. My point is, we really need to butt out. Really, let's butt out of each other's business. I don't understand why there's an obsession with 95% of conservative channels. That was my entire shock. Last few days, I'm like literally surfing through all these conservative channels. Anyone talking about Iran deal? No. Everybody is having the same topic every day, all around the clock, about the same thing. Again, please understand that's fine. Let's focus partially on the entire. What? I am so sorry. Would you please give me 1 second? Um, I really do apologize that this is very urgent. I need to. I do apologize. Okay. Um. Anyhow. Where was I was saying that it's all right to put part of our concentration and focus on this problem, this COVID thing, this vaccine thing, but not all of it. there are many other bigger issues we're facing right now. And as I said, if by now it hasn't, if by now it's not clear, um, okay, I do apologize. Sorry, I apparently missed a very important um thing. Anyhow, okay. Um, who's here? Who's with me? I'm sorry. The obsession with COVID has come to a point where it actually makes me dizzy. Right here, and it's all right. That's all right. You're not gonna like what I'm about to drop here for you people, but I'm literally making the point of let's not obsess over the COVID thing and realize it's there, but there's no reason to obsess over it. And my comment section was taken over by few people talking COVID and their recipe to fix it. That's exactly my point. You know what? I'm gonna say it this way: the chances of um, did you know we have a town in America that is fully Sharia now? And I don't mean just for fun of it, they have no go zone. No, 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 no. I'm talking about the entire members, the council members, and the mayor of town are Muslims, Sharia obeying Muslims. So, how's that vaccine card working out for you? But by now, you should all know that they want you to obsess over this COVID because there's a lot more they're hiding from you. A lot more. A lot more, like making a deal with Islamic Republic of Iran. And again, Iran is not just our enemy. Iran's number one target is Israel. Remember, they're going after Israel. Plan is to wipe Israel off the map and then come after us. And as far as coming after us, they're about, I'll say, 60% there. I just told you, we officially have a town that is ran. Those in office are Muslims. CARE has encouraged over 200 candidates across America to run for 2022. We had Boogers making a joke about Ilhan Omar, and then Ilhan Omar got butthurt, and then Ilhan Omar told mommy, Nancy Pelosi, and then Nancy Pelosi got behind Ilhan Omar and now going after Boogert. All of these are way more important than somebody said somewhere somebody's gonna make it. I mean, you all know Supreme Court literally just told Joe Biden to shove it, right? With the mandate of vaccine and all that. They just told him to shove it. So I think we should stress more over the fact that Islamists are taking over, like officially taking over. I had this I had this discussion with another fellow ex-Muslim, and we have this very strong gut feeling and a little bit of evidence that um, 2024 we might face a Muslim candidate for presidential race. And my question is, are we ready for that? Is America ready to not vote for a Muslim candidate just to prove they're not Islamophobes? Because let's be honest, um, Hussein Obama won mainly because a lot of Americans were trying to prove to themselves they're not racist. That's why Hussein Barack Obama won. My question is America ready to not prove to themselves they're not? Let me ask you, is America ready to be an Islamophobe and not vote and fight back and said we cannot afford to have a Muslim president who's going to have a pen that has the power to make major changes? I mean, what are you going to do if an elected president in America who obeys Sharia uses his pen to create blasphemy law? Hey, I'll be arrested for saying anything about Islam. Trump will not be back soon, no. But um, we need to. Well, I really don't know what to say, guys. I I don't know how to express um the importance um and urgency of we need to get back to normal. I'm not talking about vaccine or not wearing the mask. I mean up here. Is snap out of it. Snap out of it. As I said, as of right now, we're completely fine because legally and by law and Supreme Court and the state governors, nobody is giving you that vaccine by force. So time to shift gears, change focus because 2022 is coming up. On that election, oh no, Brandon does know where he is. He's in the basement. Actually, if you check out Live Up to Freedom t-shirt store, we have the Brandon is in basement t-shirts. No, he's in the basement. Um, Islam is not a race; it's an antichrist system. That's part of it, but Islam is an anti-humanity system. So part of it is antichrist, yes. Part of it is anti-Jews, but general picture of Islam is anti-humanity. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, the whole thing has been ridiculously and extremely discouraging. Um, and no, that doesn't mean I'm giving up. I don't. I thought about it. I thought about quitting this, and by quitting this, I meant just the whole online thing and just concentrate on doing my jobs and paying the bills and just finishing up my books and stuff. But I just don't know how to quit. I'm not a quitter, I guess. But here's what I will say. COVID is what, 2 years old? Islam is 1400 years old. Islam has the highest number of victims in its history. The bad, sad joke of Stalin and Lenin and Hitler and Mohammed were at a bar. They all numbered how many people they have killed, and Mohammed basically told all three of them to hold my beer. It's a joke, but it's real. Um, Eric, Islam hates women. Islam, that comment was about Islam. So yes, we are kind of looking away from a 1400 years old enemy to concentrate on what? Oh, sis, you haven't heard that sad joke? Yeah, it's a joke of they all number, they all beat each other's number, and then basically the number of people that died because of Muhammad or under the cult of Muhammad is higher than combined numbers of Hitler, Lenin, and Stalin. Um, okay, so um, I think you all, I mean, yeah. Do you think you could possibly take 5 minutes out of your night or day and actually go to my website. It's in this red fancy thing down here. Did you actually all see how fancy my lower third is? Very fancy. Um, Please, if you do have 5 minutes to spare, go to my website and look around and start sharing some of my videos. Um, because Paul, darling, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna. I'm extremely discouraged. I think those of you who have followed me for a while, you can tell I'm looking awesome, especially the hat. And yes, the eye makeup is definitely good. But I'm not really. Yeah, I'm discouraged, which is normal. Um, I love this, Steve. I love that comment. Thank you for making that comment. Yes, accurate, 100%. But you know what I need you all to do? I need you to stop being quiet. Stop being quiet. But here's the thing. First of all, we cannot continue being quiet. We cannot be what is it? The silent majority. We can't be that. We are dealing with a regime, and now I'm referring to Biden regime, or better yet, the leftist socialist regime. We're dealing with a regime that take advantage of um, silent majority. See, for example, when they started, let me talk about the topic everybody likes to talk about. When they started the whole lockdown thing and the mandate thing and the mask thing, if we wouldn't be quiet, guess what? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't. So I need you to stop being quiet, please. Here's the thing: I'll never quit. I won't. I promise you that. I won't quit. Um, but just it does help sometimes when I hear your voices. Sometimes this is figure of a speech, but I feel like I hear my own voice so much that it just gives me a headache. So it's wonderful to hear your voices on top of mine. It's wonderful to hear you guys echo my message. Um, so please do go to my website, liveuptofreedom.com. Liveuptofreedom.com. Grab videos, and I'll tell you what, none of my videos are dated because majority of my videos are uh, about general Islam and Islamization. So whichever one you like, snatch them, post them on your pages, put them on your blogs if you have them. Um, get them out there. And then those of you who are with me here on Facebook, I need you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel link is on my website, but you can also look up ACU, which is Annie Cyrus Unfiltered, ACU News. That's the handle on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you why. I will be doing a lot more videos that I would prefer to just put on YouTube because shadow ban is definitely adding to the discouraging part of my life. How did you know I'm not sleeping much? I will. I still have a couple more projects to settle, but hopefully comes next week I'll get a day off. I appreciate that, Michael. And yay, Heather, you never sent me a picture of your Aki News mug. Carol, I am on Rumble, but I'm not using it anymore. And that's the thing, to be honest, considering like this is the number of my audience, being on 10 different platforms, spending about 6 hours a day to update them, post on them, it's just right. And remember, I do all of this by myself. I do the camera, I do the edit, I do the lower third, I do the hair, makeup, material research. All that is just me. So it just isn't that easy. So I do have a Rumble channel, but I think two or three videos are there. That's it. I don't have anything else there. But I am way more active on YouTube. So yes, please do go. And we do have lots of, what do we call these products? We have the Aki News coffee mug. We have the Live Up to Freedom coffee mug. We got T-shirts and all that. Um, so if you want to grab some of our products, don't hesitate. That will support the fight as well. Um, Merch. There you go. Merchandise. Yes, thank you. Merchandise. We do have some cool merchandise. We do. And coming winter coming up, or it's already here. We do have really awesome hoodies, which you will be seeing them soon, as I will start wearing them because it's really cold, and I don't like putting my heater up too much. So yes, go to liveuptofreedom.com. Get some of the, this thing is so loose. Get some of our some of my videos out. As I said, stay tuned. He said, she said, coming soon. Um, yes, it's gonna be he said, she said. We a it's not 100%, but I'm almost sure we are going to start with Mondays. Michael's gonna kill me. It's like, you could at least prep with me before going on air and announcing anything about it. Well, I'm almost sure we're doing Mondays. What time? I don't know. Um, uh, oh no, Heather, I was actually I worked on my birthday yesterday. I woke up to a work call at 10:30 a.m. and I was working straight until 3 a.m. that next morning or this morning. So now I didn't get a chance to do anything, but that's all right because I was needed and I couldn't find a better way to celebrate my 30th birthday than doing what's good. So, I have not done any interviews or talks with David Wood. A few people have suggested me, um, and but I have reached out to him myself too, but nothing yet. Um, Perfect. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Okay, yes, it is confirmed. We are going to start with Mondays. Depend on how I mean, if the reach goes the way it is going right now, don't even think about a second day of week. But hopefully, if something major happens, and I don't know, then we're gonna try to do more and more. Heather, don't get me started. Sadly, Mama Joyce couldn't make it here for my birthday, so that was even sadder. But she'll be here soon. Okay, guys, I'm gonna. Oh, before I forget, what I had to answer, I apparently completely left my mind. But I will be on with Brennan House on Frank's speech tonight at 9:30 Eastern time. That's about an hour from now. So in an hour, I will be live with Brandon House. We will be talking about some updates on Afghanistan situation, Biden cabal, and uh, Iran deal. So make sure, if you're still up or if you're around and you don't have any plans, tune into frankaspeech.com. Um, Brandon House Live has already started. Um, he's brilliant. So just tune in if you want to just catch my segment. Tune in at 9:30 um, p.m. I mean Eastern time. Yes. Okay. This was fantastic. I really hope that some of you at least pray for me so I'm not. No, Paula, it's not on YouTube. It's frankaspeech.com. Frank Frank speech speech.com, frankaspeech.com. That's where you can catch live. Pray for me. I need some encouragement. I need a vacation, of course, but I don't think I get that one. Um, stay stay active. Don't be quiet. I guess don't be quiet, and remember, regardless what is happening with COVID and vaccine and all that, at the same time, parallel, the red green axis is still going on too. Uh oh, I just moved my hand. This camera is going to move like a crazy thing. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, so yes, red green axis happening. Communism, socialism, Islamism, vaccinism. I just made a word up, didn't I? Vaccinism doesn't exist. Either way, they're all happening parallel. So let's just split our attention and do the right thing as we need to do the right thing. Um, Here I'm gonna grab this and answer it. Quran does not ever say to be nice to unbelievers. No. The Quran is very clear on what to do with unbelievers. However, there are parts in Quran that does say that if you made a treaty with an unbeliever, then wait until your treaty is over before you attack or conquer them. So if you're in an agreement with them, then it's suggested not to go after them. Other than that, there is nowhere in the, I mean, 555, 51, Quran chapter 5 verse 51. Oh, you who have believed, do not take Christians and Jews as your allies. There you go. There you have it. Do not take them as your allies. So, nope, it doesn't say anything as to be nice. Yes, Quran is definitely written and revealed by Satan. That's why I try to teach you so you don't have to go read that thing because most people don't want to do it. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, guys. Keep sharing this stuff I do. Help me find a little bit of encouragement, please. I normally don't ask for this, but I really need it. Let's see if we can figure a way out for more people to be active, proactive, and productive. Because I love productive life. I shall go get ready for my segment with Brandon House. And as I said, I will try to do more live feeds and hopefully you all gonna turn on your notification. And as I said, if you join YouTube, you get better notification than Facebook. So head over to my YouTube channel or head over to my website in general and just find all the links to everything else there is. Liveuptofreedom.com. Liveuptofreedom.com. You all have a great coming up, great weekend because I don't think I'll see you before the weekend. And I will keep you posted on what is happening. Okay? So say